This conference will now be
Okay, let's start today's session. Last few classes we've gone through what is digital marketing, some introduction to Canva and Google Business. So, as you were asking me earlier, it's not necessary to even an actual business when you're doing an imaginary one. So, this is for practice purpose, and also mention if you have businesses which attract a lot of people, like restaurant or cafes and those kind of places, please mention demo because people are on the lookout for restaurants and on the daily requirements, and they might turn up on the addressing given. So just mention demo purpose or education based if you're doing it imaginary, or if you already have a business and you want to streamline and start getting people, it needs to be accurate in 2 points of view. As I told you, uh, in terms of writing the address, and second, placing the pin exactly at the entrance of your business so they don't get lost. Okay, today is a very interesting topic. I'm sure most of you are on Facebook and using it on daily basis. So, like we were discussing earlier, Facebook is the biggest, right now at least, biggest social networking platform where we can interact with the friends, family, and times colleagues as well. So we get to connect with people and share our lifestyle and however and whatever whenever we're going out or anything interesting, any point of any milestones of our life, we share it on Facebook. And there's an estimate around 2.7 to 2.8 billion active users as of date. And basically, Facebook was started in somewhere in 2004. The other details here. I hope there's no lag today and you can see clearly. Okay, so it was started in 2004, founded by Mark Zuckerberg, as you all know, and currently 2.7 plus billion active users. And they're also trying to localize, and they're presenting themselves in all languages possible. So it's not just for the ones who are educated or the ones who know certain language. It's they're trying to localize. And I was telling you earlier, skimmed market and penetrating market. So when you want to go into reach out to more people, you should choose the penetrating market where pricing will be minimal and there's no point of pricing, and it should be convenient for anyone. Any user should feel it easy to use the interface. So I think before Facebook we had Orkut, and that was a very easy stepping stone for Facebook to come up. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Orkut here. So if you're definitely from the 90s, you'll be familiar. So that came in, and then later on Facebook picked up, and it's currently valued close to $1 trillion. And Facebook has acquired Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus VR, which I told you earlier, is this virtual reality platform where they're coming up with this next, uh, what do you say, this sci-fi kind of technology, metaverse, which is, I think people are already going into it, that virtual world. Okay, basically, when you, okay, is the screen visible? I'll just bring this aside. Yeah. So when you think of Facebook, what we generally will have is we would have our personal profile, which we'll be using for networking and posting, or every day seeing what our friends and your favorite celebrities or any kind of brands and groups are posting. So we usually work, or I mean, we interact through profile. So what are other things we have out there? We have groups. So groups basically it's a community where they discuss and solve if any problems are there and help each other in getting leads, or set of people who are like-minded and similar interests. So it's not just one brand, one person that are talking about a certain thing. That it's a collective platform where people share their knowledge and information. And finally, the commercial part of it is the page. So here, once we create the business page or fan page, so from here we can start running ads and reach out to more people than it's possible in the other two platforms. So just let me know, as strength is quite low today. Anyhow, so what is the number of friends we can have on Facebook? You can let me know in the chat section. Very simple question. Hello. I hope I'm audible. Okay, I just asked a question. What is the maximum number of friends we can have on Facebook? It's not a serious topic. You can always interact with them. Use the chat section. That'll be better with everyone participating. Yeah. Lakshmi says 5,000. Yes. Others, any guesses? Any other guess? Or you know it? Okay, and we have around 29 participants. If if you can all hear me, just type one in the chat section before we go ahead to the session. Okay, just one. Okay, let's take this as your attendance. Just type one in the chat section if you're present. Yeah, now the numbers are going up. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just around 12 people are active among 30, is it? Only 12 will be getting attendance. Okay, fine. But I just it'll be better if you can be interactive. Okay, so 5,000, that's the limit we have, and beyond which we'll have to move into creating a group or page if you want to have more interaction. So once you have a page, you can have millions of likes and a lot more interaction. So you can see just not just celebrities, and also people who are very these HNIs, high net worth individuals, and they also want, after a point they'll not be able to accept friends. So that's when they create a page and interact with more people. So roughly, if you say, I'm sure most of you will be having thousands of friends, and approximately all users together. There's an estimate on everyone might have all users on minimum of at least 300, 350 friends each. I'm sure you'll be having more. Just telling you, at least 350, 400 for any average overall average user. Okay, on these platforms we'll be working on, and mostly in this session we'll be seeing how I mean the upcoming session or in digital marketing of what we'll be learning will be about page, and we'll focus on page because I'm sure you're very well aware and using file everyday basis. There's nothing to be shown there, and groups as well. It's interaction. So here again, I hope it's visible. So profile represent people. They allow Facebook users to connect with friends and upload, share videos and photos and their activities over time. I told you, like lifestyle, what we do on daily basis or in special occasions. Generally, we try to share it to our friends and at times relatives. I don't know how many of you have it. So mostly friends, our circle basically. And then pages is to represent businesses. It can be brands, it can be celebrities, it can be a public figure, sports person. And the page allows you to create awareness of your product and service. So if you see, this is more a commercial platform compared to others. And there's also chances where you can sell your products and services here. Finally, group created for by brands or fans. The both possibilities are there. So groups, see, a good example would be Mahindra here, Mahindra Royal Enfield. Basically, they have their pages where they keep updating on their new products or any events that are coming up, any rides that are coming up. But on groups, they'll be discussing more on day-to-day basis. The people who like those brands, uh, whatever, uh, maybe some destinations and some parts of the vehicles. So all these they'll be discussing among groups. I'll just make the screen full screen. Just let me know if it's visible or paused. Okay. So every time you, me, or anyone else is creating a profile, we are getting categorized. Because see, one, Facebook is not charging us anything for creating a profile; it's free of cost. And if you see other applications where they do charge us to avail their services, but here it's mostly free of charge, free of cost. So what are the details they take from us? They take what is our age, gender, interests, where are we located, education, relationship, um, interests, what are the interests, favorites, and likes, and movies, music. I don't know about much about yeah, maybe behavior in terms of the purchase and all that. Generally, or when you say interests and location. So if you're going anywhere interesting, we make sure to tag. We need to check in that location and add the images. So that's how we do it usually. Or if you're on a vacation, you share videos, images, and if you have gone with your friends and you tag them as well. So that's what we do. On the other end, there's a small story which I would like to share now. How does Facebook see the content you're giving it? Okay, this is a small example. I think the slide was a bit fast. Okay, there lived a man called Saurabh, and like him, there were many men and women who joined Facebook in 2007. So this came up in somewhere in 2004. So even if they came in a little late in 2007, millions of people continue to join even today. Okay, he started his company and he was the CEO of the company. So when I was just telling you, when we go to a restaurant, any interesting location, we always check into Facebook and review. Now we have shifted to Google Business. That's the reason I told you it's very important if you have a eatery or any kind of F&B kind of business. It's mandatory to have Google Business to scale your business and get more visibility. Also leads through that. So yeah, there are people who write reviews as well, but now we are more mostly switched over to Zomato and Google Business for writing reviews. That's mostly used platform now. Maybe in Dine Out, Swiggy, those kind of places. So to just also let others know. But on Facebook, we write to share it to our friends. Okay. So later, Saurav proposed to his girlfriend on Facebook, who he might have met on Facebook itself, and he changed his relationship status. So this is important. There's a reason because I'm showing this for a reason. Okay. So later he became a dad, and even that my milestone of his life, he recorded on Facebook. So later his passion was digital marketing, like all of us here. probably. And he joined many pages related to Facebook advertisements and digital marketing, Twitter marketing, and more. So there are many pages and groups where they discuss this on daily basis, how it exactly works. Okay. And Saurav also frequently traveled to for his talks. So he was giving digital marketing sessions and workshops. So he used to travel around the world and uh, uh, he used to check in different destinations. Okay, please mute yourself. Saurav logs into Facebook using iPhones, iPad, and MacBook Air. Basically, breeds Apple. So Facebook is also able to recognize what kind of device he's basically using for his everyday posting and using Facebook. It can be Android, but this is just an example here where Facebook recognizes he is doing this activities from Apple devices. Okay, so there's one thing common in Saurav's life, and that's Facebook. So this is true for us as well. Facebook knows more about Saurav than his own family or relatives. That's true, right? What we have on Instagram and our friends know about us, your friends and I mean your family and relatives would not be knowing. That's a comfort circle we have as well. Okay, like Saurav, there are 2.5 or 2.7 plus billion active Facebook users across the world who share something or the other on Facebook. So now, based on the stuff you share, don't share, like on Facebook, you get categorized. So this is the main word here, keyword categorized. This categorization comes as an opportunity for marketers. So this was the other perspective which I was telling you all this time. One, it's us using Facebook as a social networking platform where we interact with our friends and share anything we would like to. But on the other end, identity is not disclosed, your activities are not disclosed. I mean, Zuckerberg also faced this issue, I guess, with the US Congress recently, and uh, he had this issue. And that's why over time they rebranded themselves and now they're calling themselves as Meta, the main company, and under which you have Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and the rest of the companies. So the other perspective here is marketers like you and me who would like to run ads and sell something for uh, other companies or our own business. So now we getting this the other side of it where I get to know how many people. So far whatever I've shared, that was for a reason. So when someone is checking in to those locations and it becomes a pattern and how often they're posting and what are they purchasing and where are they traveling. So in all these lines, you're getting categorized, correct? So marketers can target people based on these categorization which is done by Facebook and quite similar in other places as well. Okay. So this is another important thing which you should know. And okay, Saurav is back and Saurav lost his interest in Facebook like us and he moved to a different platform that's Instagram. Okay, Facebook understood this, got to know where people are going, what's trending, and Facebook acquired Instagram. Okay, later on, Saurav moved to WhatsApp and he kept on using it so much. And this also was observed by Facebook and they acquired WhatsApp as well. So I was just telling you in the recent class, while we had the 6 hours of Facebook server down, and most of us found so much inconvenience. Mostly we were dependent on Instagram and WhatsApp. That's what we missed. I don't know how much we missed Facebook though, but that's a main overall big company which has these two under it. But WhatsApp has now been more or less replaced with our traditional methods of texting. Now we prefer WhatsApp. Okay, later on, we also, I think that was just that moved in past 1 second. Okay, then we saw filters and stories on Snapchat. So Facebook was not able to acquire it this time. And is the slides completely visible or something is towards the right side? Just let me know. Is the screen completely visible? If yes, just let me know in the chat section. Someone quickly let me know, please. Is the screen completely visible or there's any element which is outside to the right side? Yes, no. You can unmute yourself and let me know as well. Okay, okay. I'll just bring that in. Okay, got it, got it. I'll just minimize and this will be better for you. But in case something is missed, I can drag it in quickly. Okay, so yeah, Saurav became crazy with Snapchat stories and filters and like other things, but this time Facebook was not able to acquire it, and they implemented the technology. Okay, later on, Saurav was using Twitter's Periscope to go live, and Facebook Live came into picture. Okay, so Saurav realized, and we should also realize, the Facebook is here to stay and grow, and so yeah, he further implemented for his kid as well. So basically, trying to tell here is it's gonna be here, and they're not just surviving, they're basically thriving. They whatever tech that comes in, they're trying to implement it, and what format people are interested in, they're catching on to that and bringing that to their platform. So that's the point of the story here. One, there are two perspectives. One, as we users sharing the content, and the other side, when it is being shared, it's getting categorized and marketers can implement this information. Okay, so now when you see Facebook profile, you basically have your news feed where you should be getting your ads and where what your friends are sharing, correct? You'll be getting in also other groups or any pages you like, you'll be getting those updates. So that's the news feed. And your personal section where you're going to be posting and all the information you're putting up, that's your wall. So just 1 second. Yeah. And to the right side, you have your column, right column. So there are chances of ads being shown here as well, and you should be getting the updates. You should be getting updates here. Any birthdays, and below you have your chat section. So to the left, you have the navigation, and to the right top, you have navigation. So if you can see, is the mouse visible for you, or do I need to zoom in? Okay. Anyway, to the right corner, when you see your name there, and you find 6 dots there, stack of 6 dots, and next to the messenger update. So that is another way of navigating through your pages, groups, stories, whatever you want to create. That's how we'll be doing. And creating a page is a very simple process. It just takes 3 steps. Basically, it's asking for your page name, category of business, and you see the same pattern now, which you saw on Facebook. I mean, Google Business. It'll ask you what business category are you creating this page on, and description. So if you have it in one place, it's much easier for you to create the page. Once you give in that, later it'll ask you for probably your cover pic and your profile picture. I'm sure most of you would have created pages by now, but we'll just discuss the other important points before we go into Facebook ads, which is very important for you to understand the concepts coming up later, like ad structure and audience, your geographical targeting. All these are Facebook ads going to be a good place to start with. Is the text visible, or should you want me to zoom in again? Okay. You will only see your post app being paused. One second. How do I share that screen? Yeah. Okay. I'm sharing my entire screen now. It will be much easier. So Facebook is the largest social network, which I told you earlier, has around 2.7 plus billion active users. And visibility, that is one of the first steps which we spoke about, process of digital marketing. It gives you a way to communicate directly with your target audience. So any big brand, they can always have a word and also get, it's that's what I meant earlier. It's a instant and two-way form of communication where even the audience or the customers can revert back to the brand if they don't like something or they appreciate it. They can let them know. So okay, there's also a platform where fans and followers can tell you a lot about what they want and through the interaction, comments, and feedback. So basically here, if it's a brand, you're humanizing it. So let people tell you what are the what do you say, pros and cons of the products or services, and even their ways of giving out services. They can take it to another level with interaction of people. So Facebook page is filled with rich content relevant to your business, which can help boost your search engine ranking. It does help to have a good Facebook business page with sufficient content. So when someone is looking out for your business, Facebook is also one of the uh, Facebook business page is also one of the what do you say, sites which will show up on the search engine. And your competition, okay, your competition will definitely be having one in your business category. And if we don't interact and keep our customers engaged with the content and or interaction, definitely the competitor will take advantage and we'll be losing our leads. Also, the visibility. So far, any doubts? Anything to be explained? Hello? Anything we can discuss? Any doubts? No. Fine. before we start the session, some of you are not around. I was asking if you can. I still haven't got Google Business uh, screenshots or links. So take time. I was told you have some exams and something coming up. So finish that, and please, if not a link, share me a screenshot of the profile you created. And same we'll be doing for Facebook as well. You can create a Facebook business page. And if you have it in one place, it'll be much easier. One second. Okay. Now again, going back to your profile. So profile is mostly for individuals, and this is to showcase your lifestyle, your hobbies, your likes, and express what you like, what you think, and something has to be shared to your friends. You can do that as well. And another, which I told you earlier, you're limited to 5,000 friends only here, and one profile per person only. Like you can't share that. But in the page, we have this option of where we can have multiple users. We can give them access. They can be advertiser, they can be analyst, they can be moderator, can be admin. But when you give admin rights, be really careful because they'll have all the access you shall be having, and any miscommunication or anything goes wrong, they can take you out from the group. And I mean the page as well. So be a little careful when giving admin. Okay, then so why? Few more points on why. Any marketing that you do on Facebook, it's always on the page, and this is basically where you'll be creating a profile, and people can access and find out about your business. If you see any big brands, let me just share the screen and put the profile. Let's check out some of the brands and how are they doing it. Okay, any brand which you want to show here. Okay, let's look at that. So you have your marketplace. Also, you should be having your page as well. One second. So you find the groups there. And we have a verified Rado page here as well. And check out the cover image. It's ugly, but it's just displaying the product. And in the profile, there is a very simple, like what I showed you earlier, very simple image, profile pic of the logo. They have Rado and mentioning the origin, Switzerland. So how often do they post? That's also important. Last they have posted on 30th March, and just check how consistent they're doing it. And each time they do, they're getting around 525 likes for it. And okay, and they're quite consistent if you see. This month and they haven't done anything, but 30th, then 29th, 25th, 20th. This is quite consistent for a big brand, and they'll be having top digital marketing companies will be working on these kind of content for them. But now the difference you should be observing is what an influencer has and the brand itself, no matter how big and you know from how long they are. But just check out. We'll just see one of the. Okay, for example, you take Kohli. The minute he posts something, you shall be seeing, see that. That's around 15,000 likes and hearts and love and whatnot, all kind of emojis. But the same thing, if you see in Puma, it'll be quite comparatively less. Okay, he's posted this yesterday. Let me see if I can. Uh, and it seems a little low, slow. I hope the screen is visible. I'll try opening this in another tab. Okay, so here he has around, uh, he's mentioned paid partnership, and he's also, you can see the interaction. So 15,000 likes and 1,000 comments. So basically, Facebook works on this algorithm called edge ranking. So more you share, more interactions, more number of people are shown, the content is shown. Let's see on Puma. Maybe they would have posted much earlier than him, but still see the difference here. An influencer posting it and the brand itself. Let's see if we can find that. So you, this is a very young sports brand, but just check it out. Let's see if we can find. Not sure. Or we'll just see any other celebrities who's put it up. See, it's still in hundreds. You can see this one. It's in 649 likes. So it's very important for brands to work with celebrities and these kind of huge influencers. Someone have written a bad comment there. So that's the job of the ORM person who will attend to that. Okay, I need to refresh. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I think there was a drop in the network. Can you hear me now? Yeah, sorry, the network just dropped. Give me a minute. Okay. So just looking for the page there. Anyhow, yeah, got it. So see here, when you see the actual page, the people who are interacting are quite less compared to the celebrity or the huge influencers like Virat Kohli. The minute Virat posts something, you'll be having 10,000, 15,000. So again, it adds impact is by both what brand they are supporting and person themselves. Same with as well. See, maximum with Kareena Kapoor here, they've reached around 1,300. Yeah. So that's the power of an influencer or brand ambassadors. So they reach out to people in multiple folds. Okay. Then, so just showing you how do you navigate. See, this stack of 6 dots can help you go to the your events and pages and groups. The same thing on the right side, you can instantly create a post, story, room, page ad, and all this. Okay, I just want to share one more thing. Getting back to that story which I was telling you about Saurabh. So this is what basically it meant. See here, based on the education, the life events, date of birth, friends, relationships, uh, parents. So parents having kids of certain age group, what work are they into, industry, employers. So you can see how vastly it's been categorized. So minute you all the profiles are being created, it's also getting categorized. Education, financial. I think this is all good for you. US in terms of income, but there are other ones also here. You have interests. So this is what I was talking about. How we interact with Facebook, that gets recorded and we should be seeing here technology, and also I think see here computer software. Also I think the devices which I was telling you about Apple and Android. Let's see here. Uses a mobile device 19 to 24 months. Uses a mobile device for 1 to 3 months. Purchase behavior. Engage shoppers. Okay, frequent international travelers, commuters, traveled 1 week ago, returned traveling from 2 weeks ago. So all these, that is the pattern which is creating and getting recorded there. And imagine like these kind of data which is coming from millions and billions of people, and that's how it's able to open the other side of this data and activity which is happening, and letting marketers like us to target those kind of audiences. So when you talk about audiences, basically you'll be seeing in-market audiences, you should be seeing affinity audiences, or rather see here we have interests and behavior patterns. So when we go into Google, search engine marketing, you should be seeing more. You have affinity, you have in-market, lookalike audiences, then combined audiences. So this is another segment. This is a page where we basically will be creating ads later. And quickly, if you can see, I don't know if the mouse is visible clearly for you. To the left side, you have campaign, then you have ad set, and finally ad. So that is the structure of Facebook ads here, and more or less it stays the same for most kind of uh, ads. Basically, any ad structure which we'll be doing, that will be the format. And there's an image as well which I'll be sharing you little maybe once we start Facebook marketing, Facebook ads. So okay, small example of a group. I'm sure you're familiar with all this, but I'm just uh, reaching points which are very important to mention. Okay, so say this is a group, and maybe it's a group of musicians where they're putting out their products. So whoever interested, they interact, and even sale happens. So they would have mentioned the price and condition of the device or instrument. Like this, there'll be many other sites which I'm sure you'll be also using quite actively. So this is community based where they themselves come in and share the details. But when you see a page, it's about the business putting out the information and letting their customers know. We'll also be doing Facebook ads probably uh, tomorrow once we start Facebook business page, create a page, optimize it, and further we can create an ad. So first, what's important is your profile, after which you start a page, and then from there, rest of the other options open up. Okay, I think I once again, a few things I need to share. Okay, I think I do have it here. I'll just try sharing that page. 1 minute. Okay, so just as you created, Facebook, I mean, Google Business, next step would be creating a Facebook business page for the same. So here again, the ones who want to create an imaginary business, you can do that. Or the ones who are coming up with their business or already have a small business in the hand, they can make use of this platform. And so it can be a bookstore, it can be a concert venue, it can be a hotel, local business, movie theaters. Everyone can list themselves up here. Be it an app, cars, clothing. You see all these kind of platforms here. Okay, the next one. Here you can have artists, you can have bands, you can have public figures. It can be businesses, big brands who are creating pages. I'm sure most of you would have created pages by now. It's just the marketing section or the Facebook ads that you need to focus on. But also just throw some light on this. Okay. Okay. So driving in store traffic, that's again one of the process of digital marketing which we're talking about. You start with visibility and bring the target customers towards your page, correct? You have a page, and from there you can take them to either a landing page or you can take them to the website. The same is possible here as well, and increase online sales. See, there is a market here as well on Facebook where you can start selling, or take them to a platform where there's payment gateway and get the sale, get it sold. Then you can launch new products. Yes, just like YouTube. If you see all the big brands, they'll be mentioning about their upcoming products. So Facebook is a very important platform to update their customers on upcoming products and services. So through which you build awareness. Then also customer support. I'm sure you would have seen Airtel and Samsung. They'll be having pages where they're resolving issues. So if you put up a post saying you're finding issues with certain network, if they're quite active on this platform, they'll always revert back to you. You can promote your mobile app, brand building, so product and service sale and retention. So that's another big point of digital marketing process. You can recollect and remarketing. So it's possible for you to track who have visited your website, your website from this place, and you can retarget. Okay, so when you're creating a cover image, you need to have on the topic, like you saw Rado that they had image of their brand very clearly, and they didn't have anything else more than that. It was very clear picture. Let me just bring it up again, or any other brand. And it's verified as well. That's another feature. Just to let people know they are the genuine company and not get fooled by uh, the other counterfeits. So here, so when you're seeing the image, it says slow network, but is the screen visible for you? So it's still in the same page. Let me just close the screen for a second. Yeah. So here they have blurred out the person behind, and the main focus is given to the product, and it's very clear. Same with other big brands as well, if you see. And I was telling you they post consistently, and video is one of the best platform. What do you say? Video is one of the best formats and most consumed format on the internet. So most, if you post more videos than images, there are higher chances of people being engaged in the post you put up regularly. So let's take another example. Let's come back to India and see our local brands as well, how they're catching up. Okay, here it seems like the last. Okay, the another thing you need to observe here is see this print post. So they have print a post which was posted sometime in October 2021. So it should be a feature post for them, which is really important. So they've gone back in time and pinned this post to the top. So this is not wrong in actually showing the date of the post. It has been intentionally pinned by the no, the company for that to be shown as a feature post. And again, if you see here the other post now, the recent one they have posted 3 hours back. I think this is mostly on the commercial trucks and overall content they're posting. Okay, hashtags works great on Facebook. Like it basically helps uh, put posts together, so it gets you more views. Okay, so here this is another important part we need to check it out. So there's one person who says that booked a certain vehicle and they had trouble getting it. Okay, they're not able to get hold of it or something, I guess. Okay, they have had some issues regarding booking one of the vehicles. So one of the persons who was in charge, they've gone in and apologized for this. At least see, there's the damage is not left open and someone has addressed this. So this is very important for a brand to go in and address when there's negative or positive. They should acknowledge that and let them know. So these big brands are always having digital marketing people who will always be taking care of it. Not just them, even big celebrities, because they themselves will not have time to do this. And that's another opportunity for people to work on. Okay, see, there's someone here as well who's put in a negative, and this goes on. So this brand, it goes for any brand. So online reputation management is equally important once your page or your website or any of your YouTube channels goes to another level where people are looking up to it. It's very important for us to have a a person look after it and respond. And see, fairly simple. They have a very simple cover page here and profile pic with their logo. So if we can create and come up with one before we start tomorrow, will be great. Or you can wait till tomorrow, finish off Google My Business. So yeah, you were telling me about your exams or some tests which were given you. Is that done or is it completing on Wednesday?
Sir, actually, I think it was assignment the girl told. It was not exam.
Okay, is that done? You have time now?
Like it was not me, sir. It was someone else. But she told she
All
had
right.
some assignment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most of you, is it possible now to create one Google business and share the link or screenshot
Today, sir.
tomorrow? Tomorrow should be
Yeah,
good.
tomorrow. Tomorrow will do, sir.
Okay, that's just Sudashri. What about others? Possible? You can let me know, chat. So can we get some more time? Okay, how long do you want? Let me know when you can see. Create the business and send me a screenshot. It didn't take much time. Okay, let me know when can you share it. I mean, most of you are done the Canva design is really good. So if you can get some interactions and feedbacks on the other topics as well, it's very important to go forward. And any point you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, Ekta was asking, can you get some more time? So how much time do you want? Thursday? For Google Business or Facebook? Okay, great. Sure. Thursday could be good. Whenever you find time, just check out Canva, see what can be done. You can create posts as well for this. Or even if you have images in store, that'll be helpful for posting it here. I mean, see, mostly once we create this business page, this is one of the features which I had to discuss, pinning the post to the top. So whatever is important for the business, they highlight it this way. So if you can create upload some images, and then if you create any kind of post on Canva, so we can pin it to the top, or even you can make a video on Canva. See, that's okay. You don't have to spend time in creating it from scratch. Use the presets, it's okay, but add in your business name and logo there. So that should be good to start. And if you already have a page and would like to make use of that, please go ahead. Or if not, all of a sudden you see creating a page and you're getting in reaction from friends is not something you like. Create another page and just work on that. So slowly you can add things, add posts, and later point of time you can delete it once the session is done. Okay, so I'll be ending the session here today, and we'll start by creating business page tomorrow, and probably also try doing Facebook ads tomorrow. Are we good? Any doubts you have regarding today? If all good, just type yes in the chat section. I'll just get to know, and we'll continue the session tomorrow. Happy for people here. Not everyone are, I think, is part of the session here. Come on. So to be pushed. Anyway, okay. Someone has already left that. They're in such a hurry. Okay, great. Fine. We'll be ending today's session. Please try joining a bit earlier. 6:35 is okay. 6:40 is a bit late. Try 6:35. Okay. We'll start a bit early. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow.